Hello everyone, happy Sunday. How are we doing? I am trying to contain the chaos, but alas, it's not. I'll probably need to go get the stick, which has elastic on it to appease the little lord. Let me see how we are doing today. Okay, Erin, be careful. Hope you are having fun and happy birthday! It's Erin's birthday, so say happy birthday to Erin, even though she can't see read at the moment. Hi, Loop. You sneaky. You sneaky. I got gifted a whole lot of things by Loop, but Throne is being a bit of a challenge for the second time in a very short time, which is a bit annoying, but we'll see. We'll see. Keep me up to date, all right? Because otherwise I'll have to send a very strong worded email to some people. We'll see. Hi, Phil. How are you doing? No, 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 no. I know, but you can wait a few more hours. So, um, when I was on a break, I did eventually manage to get the Space Cat backpack for Winston, which we've been training with. Winston. I almost said Winston Churchill because of one of the submissions for today. Don't you dare! Let me get the stick. It's not what you think. Hold on. Are you happy now? My God. Always jumping on top of your sister. Why? Is this normal? I didn't have a big brother. I was the big sister, so I don't know. I was a big sister, and I did big sister things, which was mostly just raising my little sister. Anyway, hi Wisdom. How are you doing? Daniel, I loved your submission for the road trip. I have added it, I have processed it, and I can't wait. I have something to say about that actually, because I think we're gonna do a little bit of a two ads. Oh, you should not have any more ads after you come into stream. There's only I can't turn that off. I've tried, but I can't turn off the pre-roll ads. But I was able to through a loophole disable the mid-roll ads. So I hope that has been true. If you do get mid-roll ads, let me know so I can take a look at what is happening because I don't like ads myself. Once I'm listening to something, I mean, I don't mind ads in the beginning and the ending, but in the middle of things, I don't agree. Oh, Winston, look, watch out for your teeth. What is it with cats and elastics? Hi. Oh gosh. All right. Hi, Whippy. How are you doing? I hope that's are over. I can't do everything at once. It's impossible. I'm so sorry. Let me tire him out for a little bit too, so he leaves you alone, and we can proceed. Um, yeah, happy birthday to Erin. She is volunteering today, so I mean, she'll probably look in a little bit, but she is making the world a better place at the moment. Spunks in a little bit. In a little bit. She also likes this whatever it is. I need to get more of it because it's a little bit too short, and it's on the. It used to be something else. There used to be like a ball on this, but Winston tends to behave like a dog, so he got a hold of it and then he started to pull it like a dog would, and it turns out he likes this even more. So I'll see if I can get. Don't yell! Don't yell! We're compromising. How was the rest of your week? Uh, I struggled a little bit with my uterus, my good old uterus, and between a migraine and a that was very cute between a migraine and a headache, pretty much since Tuesday really. So I took a lot of naps. Took a lot of naps between working. Um, and actually, aside from the yearly wrap up, which is going to be very daunting, my tech is against me at all times. Actually, last week I had to restart the whole setup every stream because the camera wouldn't work. It just gave me a black screen. So today it worked. It went. So I guess that's progress. But we're doing the raffle, and anything could happen when we're doing the raffle. It is raffle time today. Um, I've been thinking about making a separate because I don't. I mean, I could. I've been thinking about how to make sure you can make submissions even if I'm not streaming, because if I think you can't actually get into chat and stuff with a Siri bot, right? If I'm not actually streaming. So I think you can also can't do the cherry points. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, because if I do it, it's my stream. I can do whatever I want. So I think I'll have the links just in my about section, maybe. You are doing amazing, Whippy. It's so cool to see your progress. Ah, you didn't expect it to take so long. Usually, projects take about a third to 50% longer than you expect them to. And I can attest to this because the things that I wanted to do this year got, postponed for about that time. Winston doing Winston things. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to get out this morning. Uterus is upset, which is okay. I'm used to it. The only reason it's not okay is because we couldn't go for a morning walk. But like I said, we have been practicing with the backpack. Don't don't do that. And when I was on a vacation, ooh, good girl. It's so cute when Tus joins in. She rarely does. But I found that between 1 and 3, maybe 4, are the most windows during the day where I can. I mean, there's the least amount of dogs in the park, so I can practice because I'm not going to practice with a backpack. He's still on a leash when we practice with the backpack, but I want to make sure that we're both comfortable at least in a place that is close to my home. So if something does go wrong, he can run home. So that's probably why he gets zoomies and stuff around this time, which is okay. But again, you can't bully your sister. Headaches all week here too. We're trapped in the crossfire of the cosmic comms between the sun, the supermoon, and two alien power comms. Wisdom. What do you mean? Is it a full moon? Because that would explain some of the experiences of this week. Hi, fellow. How are you doing? I'm literally wisdom because there was some static going on this morning that confused me highly. I don't get static that much, not even when wearing wool and stuff. So it was interesting. Comic is a great project to undertake despite its length. Keep on going. Yeah, trust the process. And something I learned with big projects, if you start to feel almost resentment, but it's more like resistance to doing the thing that you're working on, just put it away for a little bit. It's not going to run away. Allow yourself a bit of a break. I'm learning this the hard way with reading The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. Can someone tell me if Thomas Mann was a bit of a Adolf fan? Because there have been a few moments where I thought that sounds exactly, Winston. That sounds a bit sus. And about 50 pages ago, it's a mountain of a book. It's so long. A character said something that made me go like, oh, okay, wait, maybe it is the narrator that has this vision on the world. So if anyone can tell me a little bit about Thomas Mann, that would be great. I'm gonna do some research myself, but I'd rather hear from you. You can probably put it in much more fun words. But yeah, I am learning through that book because it's an interesting. In a way, nothing happens. It's about a man who is, I mean, in the 1920s, 30s, maybe, I think maybe 1930s, and he's sick, basically, and one of the symptoms is a fever, a consistent fever, and one of the things that you used to be prescribed was like go to Spain and sit in the sun, or go into the mountains, and maybe you'll be healed by the fresh mountain air. And so the entire story takes place on this mountain, which is the Magic Mountain, at some kind of rehabilitation center where there's all kinds of people who are basically sick but not sick. Some of them are, but most of them are, just rich people. But the conversations they have, that's what it's really about. Even though nothing really happens, you learn a lot about people and but random things. I can't think of something right now. I try to make notes even though I'm reading the ebook. But I've been reading it for 3 months now, and you have to put it away as if you're climbing a literal mountain and you've reached a checkpoint. You just need to rest for a little bit before moving on, because god dang it, it is dense. It's so dense. Every page is basic. There's almost no white on the pages. It's amazing. But also, if Thomas Mann was a bit of a, fan of certain groups around that time, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should give a disclaimer when I talk about that book. Being on the side has been a pleasure while I do this. Probably could have finished it if I used it immorality. What does that mean, Whippy? What does that mean? Because there's something very wrong with our, hustle culture and our need to be productive at all times. We need to rest more and, sit and look at the world. And that way we might notice a few more rainbows instead of all the rain. Oh, you're really, really, yeah. You're having fun too, aren't you? I wish I could show, but I'm afraid I'll dox myself. So I can't. I'm fine, a bit agitated because I'm on my third day of quitting sweet, so my brain is being a spoiled child. Oh god. Oh, good luck, fellow. Are you going cold turkey? Because that's amazing for one, and also I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Nothing does happen, wisdom. You're on a, I mean, stuff goes down. Absolutely. But the thing that is most important is really the characters and the conversations that they're having, the belief systems that they have. But there's just a few, even though the narrator didn't say these things about a certain Adolf character, some characters have made some remarks that make me go, maybe I have to be careful if I'm going to talk about this book in my wrap-up, my monthly wrap-up. Oh, the yearly wrap-up. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm aiming for 100 books this year, which is less than I read last year, actually. Hi, cool. For a second, I thought that was a tampon hanging by your ear. That's a first. It is not, luckily. That would be interesting. A choice of fashion. No. Oh no! Good morning, Miracle Boy. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's very dark in the world, Whippy. But the thing about that is, if you're looking in the wrong direction, you're gonna miss the rainbow. It's on the other side. Counterintuitive, I know, but it's there. I am indeed going cold turkey, and yes, I am aware of the audacity for hubris to attempt this around Christmas time. Oh no, I didn't even realize. Yeah, fellow. But are you? I don't know how much research you did, so I might be assuming things. But I would like to remind you that fruit sugars and milk sugars, milk became a Canadian. Milk sugars, fruit sugars, Natural occurring sugars, you need those. It's refined sugars that you need to be careful about mostly. But yeah, that you're very brave to start this, fellow. But I'll have you know that it's better to start with New Year's resolutions around this time as opposed to January, because you will fail sooner um, if you do. I've read a bit about it, about why you fail in January and not if you start any other day of the year. It's yeah, I smell the roses, yeah, but you have to notice them first, right, Whippy? And I feel like with all the garbage in the world, this dumpster fire that is this timeline, we have to put in a little bit more effort. Um, Dance in the rain. I highly recommend. I highly recommend jumping in puddles when it's raining and you're already soaked. Even if you have to go somewhere important, if you're already soaked or if you're getting soaked, no matter what gonna do, you're gonna have to reach your destination. You're gonna get soaked. You might as well jump in a few puddles and have some fun. And I promise you're gonna make some people smile. And even if you don't see it, I promise there's a few of them that are gonna do the same behind your back because they might feel a little bit silly, but you're giving them an idea. I've done this so many times. Dance and jump in the rain. I'm getting soaked already, so why not? Might as well have some fun. Like Skittles. I haven't had a Skittle in ages. I've had a lot of chocolate this week. It is like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all the heavenly glory. Yeah. Is that Bruce Lee? Really? You want Spanx? Okay, we can do Spanx. I can try to keep this away. My God, I have not figured out this situation here. I am thinking so hard, but the thing is, the way I want to do it, changing the stuff, that means that the Christmas tree is now a huge. Yes, I'm coming. A huge problem, which is next to the tripod. So I'll have to wait until next year. Yeah, better. Oh, processed sweets. Okay, good, fellow. Because Jason, like, I'm not giving up fruits and like, okay, because sometimes people learn about the dangers of sugar and they go a little bit crazy. I am one of them, so that's why I want to remind you. There we go. Oh, we don't need this. I don't think you can see either way. Okay, it's so full over here. Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, oh, now Winston is coming here. Hi. He's like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. All right, the sound in this box. Yeah, it's something, isn't it? All right, let's talk about the Hermit road trip for a little bit because Loop gifted me a few of the stuff that I put on Throne, and I think two of the books that he gifted me were for the Hermit road trip. So that is very exciting. Not to mention that I'm so excited about the map. There's a map that I'm gonna use, and I think I'm gonna just hang it up over here because if I hang it over there, I'm gonna be in front of it. On which I want to keep track of the countries that I've already read a book from. But I realized that the US of A is so big. It would be like saying one book from Europe instead of from every country in Europe. So I feel like, what if I try to also find a book from every state, or I'm not sure, from the author of every state, or a book that takes place in every state. I got the idea from someone who was it? Who made a submission and they added the state. And I thought, wait, that's actually really, really smart. Oh, blue! It was blue! Blue also put in Louisiana. I'm not sure if that's the author or where the story takes place. But I thought, yeah, that's a good solution. Because how am I going to choose one book from the entire? That's not fair. First of all, and also, I just don't. I don't think that it doesn't sit well with me. Just in general. So how about that? Thank you for dropping by, Ruby. Hope to see you soon, and good luck with your work. It makes more sense, right, Loop? Okay. Oh, Winnie. Winston. Winston! Hello? What are you doing? Do you want water? Yes, he too wants to be fed water with the syringe. He doesn't need to, he just likes the attention. Where are you going? There's a new puzzle on the way, right? He's bored of the one that he already has. He's too good at it. And oh, I have to see. I think I've got locks for my cabinets. Because he keeps opening my cabinets in the middle of the night if I don't put my laundry basket in front of it, which is it's a bit annoying. I have to say. You like it too, Daniel? Yeah, I think that's gonna be how I want to do it. So aside from the map, I think it would be wise for myself to, aside from the submission sheet, kind of start assembling a list of all the countries and then have a separate sheet for myself, not for I mean, I guess I could make them public for you to see what I've already processed. Um, but just make a list so I can check off whether there has already been a submission. I think that would be better. And I guess I'll have to see case by case, either from where the author is from. I would rather have the story take place in the country that it's submitted for, if that makes sense. Hi, yeah, yes, yeah. Let's drink. Well, actually, I have to drink my tea because it's cooling down. Is that okay too? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm excited for the raffle because we're gonna set the tone, people. Do you understand the importance of this raffle? I didn't really until like a week ago. I'll do both. This is sugar. Well, it's not. I realize this is bad. This is basically my pop, drink. What is it called? Oh my God, wisdom! Don't even. Oh, I am drowning in projects. I don't know what I'm doing, but I mean, I guess it's because I don't like making decisions. So I'm just setting up a whole lot of projects that will help me decide without having to decide. Um, why does Nicolas Cage make me feel happy and sad at the same time? It's so weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hi Garfield, how are you doing? Um, yeah, I think I'm going to do the raffle so we can see because this is such an important one, and I should have been a little bit more prepared because we are going to see what next year is going to bring, and we're going on a hermit road trip for one. I'm so excited about that. Um, I am also kind of uh, I mean, I'm already regretting it, and I haven't even said it. I want to finish a, uh, a few, if not all, of the series that I started this year, and a few that I started a while back. One of which was actually a debut fantasy that I picked because I had already read everything that was in that store at that moment in time, and they really tried for me because I was one of I came almost daily in that bookstore. Anyway, I got a John Gwynne book. It was his debut, the Faithful and the Fallen series. No, no, huh? Uh oh, I have to fix something. Yes, it's 4 books. I only read the first one, and I have always, and this is a long time ago, this is at least 10 years ago that I read it, I think, always wanted to finish it, and I just never did. And there's Wheel of Time that I am actively avoiding because I'm scared for my favorite characters. It's just gonna end bad. It's gonna end bad. We all know it. There's Ready Player One, for example, that I started because of the book club, and I thought it was a genius story. I loved it, and I didn't see it coming. Now I also don't really read a lot in that genre, but I think that is one of those stories that will really stick with you. So I have already made a list of the series that I want to continue, but that's a whole lot. That's a lot of books. The road trip. I'm not gonna get that done in 2026. That's probably gonna be. I'm gonna be on that for the next 5 years, I think. But that is not a bad thing. I think that's actually it's gonna be so much fun. But we'll have to see how many books I can read. It's probably gonna be one or two a month, two for book club. A series. See, I'm just filling up my quota for the month with freaking I don't know what I'm doing. Hello, Focus Steel or Focus Steel? I like both. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How many books you completed this year? Other than the university books, I read only 4 books. Only 4 books. Yes. Do you realize that's 4 freaking books? Aside from your university, that's still reading. That still counts. I know it's not a lot of fun for school or work, but it's still reading. I'm so proud of you. I think I am on. I don't know. Let's see. In the story graph because I messed up something in Goodreads. I realized I don't know why. I'll check it at the end of year wrap up, which is gonna be short and sweet. All right. I don't. I'm so looking forward to talking about ballet. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. And it's gonna be here. I'm gonna have to find a way to hide it because it took a long time for me to be able to actually hide it in the stack that it's in now, the books of this year. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, it's not gonna be this bad though because I read quite a lot of ebooks. It might even out actually because I listened to a lot of books last year, audiobooks. 96, and I had put my goal at 100, so I'm currently at 96. I'm definitely gonna finish um, the Mind Police, the Magic Mountain. I'm also in the middle of a study in drowning, which is turning out to be interesting. I'm not that far. I'm 130 pages in, so I'm not that far. And I guess because I am working on a few bigger YouTube videos, I am going to, in my experience, all right, in my reading world, I'm going to cheat a little bit and read short stories because I'm not good at them. And that way I can be sure that I reach 100 because it is a challenge and I'm not that far off. Why bully myself with a book that I might have to struggle for if there's 2 books that I have in my possession that are not that long. I'm talking about the second Curse Bearer book. I'll get them. You have anything more to say? Okay, we're all listening. You can vent. Take a moment. Are you done? Okay. I wouldn't do that against the tripod though. I need to give him a moment, otherwise I'll just start a bully Toulouse. I am listening. Oh, okay. Yeah, say to the, no? Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue, okay? Am I allowed? Just looking for trouble. This is the second book in the Kurzbear duology. I think it's going to be a duology. I don't think there's going to be another book. The first book was is called When Among Crows by Veronica Roth. I loved it. I have trouble with short stories, but this first book, I was just sucked into it immediately. And the reason I have trouble with short stories is because it's too short. So I usually have a lot of resistance towards a short story, because at the end of it, I have to make a new decision. I have to pick a new book. This was an exception. I loved it so much. I needed to read it, and I kind of wanted to read this anyway, before the end of the year. Also, I can't reach that. Going to finish The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Maybe not in that order. um, but that one is a bit. Oh, this one does have a sticker. Why doesn't this one? It's on the same stack. Did I? Oh, it does. Both of these were gifted to me by I Am the Fixer last month, I think. This is The Empress of Salt and Fortune. I am not going to attempt pronouncing that name before Googling it, because I don't want to butcher it completely. Um, Suggested by two of my favorite booktubers, so it should be. So I think this should bring me to 100 at least. It should. Why wouldn't it count? Yes, for millions of years. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get what I mean. Humans have existed through the power of story for as long as humans have existed, and for most of that time it was oral. We told each other stories, either through just a sit down and telling a story from memory, or through songs or epic poems that people actually remembered line by line. So why wouldn't it count? It's only in recent memory that books and information is so widely available. We're very privileged when it comes to that. Me, I forgot I still had this here. Okay. So yes, audiobooks account. I think people just have a preference. I prefer to have a physical copy. I can ebook is nice as well for different reasons, but I love being able to underline and to go back to a certain sentence or even a paragraph, or if I if I read something that I don't understand, it's easier to leaf through a physical book, than it is to do the same in an ebook or with an audiobook. But I think it depends on preference. My mind is too cluttered to listen to any kind of audiobook at the moment. It doesn't stick. And it's been that way for almost most of the year, I'd say. Um, but if, for example, if you have a commute and you are able to focus and listen to an audiobook, why wouldn't it count? Yes, of course it does. Uh, Hi Navy. Just want to say I hope you're having a super duper double fantastic stream and day. Keep doing what you enjoy. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day too. Please give the same kindness and love to yourself. Uh, when I got back into reading, I specifically chose short stories and shorter novels like The Stranger. Yeah, I can imagine. Most people would prefer a shorter book, but to me, if it's under the 300 pages, that doesn't really feel like a long book for me. Now, this does. I'll give a disclaimer. This ties back into my trauma, my CPTSD. I wasn't really allowed to read I would get scolded when my caregiver would find me in the exact same spot on the couch after coming back home from I don't know what they were gonna do or what they were doing. But if I sat on the same spot on the couch because I'd been reading all day, I would get scolded. So I wasn't really able to buy books really because I also wasn't allowed to read English because then my caregiver couldn't read the books even though they never read the books that I wanted to read. So it took a long time for me to get my hands on books that I wanted to read. And if it wasn't something like this, it wasn't really worth all the time and trouble that I had gone through to one, get the money together, because I also wasn't allowed to have a job when I was in school. That is a huge part in it for me, wanting or being able to spend money on a book that is, what is this? 118 pages. I would never. That's why it was on my throne in the first place. I would never be able to pay a full $15 for if it's newer, or maybe even 20, because it's just not worth it for me. I would be able to read this in under 2 hours. So I don't know. That's a huge part of why I have trouble with short stories. 219. I know this is gonna be a good one though, but yeah. You already read the Fates of. I haven't Wisdom. I want to read more. I want to read more by Veronica Roth. Is that the one I had in my? I'm very much drawn to. I might actually. No, it wasn't. Is it good? Carve the Mark. Wait. Oh, the first book of this series, because it's a series. The first book of the series I had in my basket a while back, but I didn't buy it. I am not sure why. I am very much tempted to buy Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I put it on Throne as well. But I have a funny story about that actually. I'm talking about, where did it go? Where did it go? Daughter of the Moon Goddess is the title. It was written by I can never find the author over. Sue Lin Tan. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Why would you think that Throne would give me a warning that there is a word in there that might get my gift flagged for being against the rules? Because the Daughter of the Moon Goddess was flagged. I got a message with a warning that there was a word in there that could be sensitive. Yes, Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Not allowed to read. Yeah, now you can read as much as you like, at least. Yeah, but there's still CPTSD is such a interesting form of broken brain. Because I still have trouble reading during the day. Like if it's light outside, literally if it's light outside, I get a lot of anxiety when I sit down to read. Since I've incorporated it in stream and have, pulled you into it, I've kind of been able to trick my mind a little bit more because it's work. I have to work, so I gotta read. But most of my reading is still done in the early morning before I start going, or after I've done everything and I go to bed, and then I spend an hour or two reading in bed. But outside of that, I still have a lot of anxiety. It's a process. It's getting better though. Airport novels. Yeah, actually. So I'm planning on talking about page count during my yearly wrap-up video as well, because a lot of people get demotivated when looking at book talkers, creators that read. Because they'll have read 300 books, but they don't say that all the books are, 150 pages, which is still valid. But it might make someone who doesn't have the time to read 200 books, because it's not their job, feel demotivated to even begin reading at all. I think it's important to start talking about page count as well. Not even what genre, but I read 300 books, but 10% of them were over 300 pages. So keep that in mind. I feel like that transparency would be a lot more motivating for people who are not as into reading or as used to reading as someone like I am. Allowing your kid to read at some next level. Yeah. I could write a trilogy about that kind of crap. But yeah, like video games, I get, but reading, yeah. Well, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, fellow. And some caregivers are very, very afraid of their children learning about the world and the boundaries that have been put on them. It's basically, some families are basically a bit like, certain kind of structures in countries, except on a micro level, not macro level. Yeah, but yeah, it's true. I not allowed is maybe a big word, but I would get scolded. So you naturally start to hide. Can you imagine being a teenager and your only fully is that you want to read English books, being Dutch, and you have to hide books instead of other things you might want to hide as a teenager. No, I hid books. I would save up the money I got for food at school, which was a vending machine, by the way, not actual cafeteria food. It was a vending machine. So I would choose between having a bag of chips or stuff it away for a book. So you can imagine that if I had to buy new books, because I also didn't have a way to buy secondhand. It's the Netherlands. There's not a lot of English books over here, even if I were able to find a place where they were. I got like €1 or €2 a day. It took a long time for me to save up for one book. It wasn't going to be a 120-page book. It was going to be Anna Karenina or War and Peace or Les Miserables. Something that would keep me busy for at least longer than 2 hours. But yeah, it's a bit sad. It's over now. I'm here with my books, and I'm getting better. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I do need it. I'm still on painkillers a little bit. I hope the rest of the week is going to be okay. A little bit afraid of the timing of my uterus, but we'll see because it's still early. I might get lucky and not be in pain during New Year's Eve. That would be great. Uh-oh. I see that Mythos over there. I loved it. I'm basically waiting for Odyssey to get a soft-covering creation to complete my set. Such a good set of books. I want to continue it. You actually read. I love the way he teaches you about mythology. What is the next one? I have Heroes and Mythos. What was the next one? That's another series. Hold on. Let me put it in my list of series that I want to continue. Let me see how many I have already. Hello, Topi. Not sure for Senior was the senior, but not for senior. Oh, I hoped it was senior. I'm disappointed. This book writing period of your life is great mind food content for a novel. When can I buy your finished magnum? Stop! No, I can't. I will one day, but I want to make sure that more people are reading first, because that is much more important than my silly story. There's a lot of people who have written books about what I went through already. I'm pretty sure. One day, but it's probably not going to be about me. All right, let me see. I think it's over here. No, it's in. Oh no. Troy is the third one, and Odyssey is the fourth. There's only 2 more books. I'm gonna add it though, because I completely forgot about that. Hello, Khaleesi Jupiter. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Let me know if I butcher your name. Germadio, thank you for the gift sub. Oh, it's Bucket List Gamer. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Welcome in. Are you enjoying this season? I forgot what I was doing this. I got distracted. Immediately distracted. Um, why is it so slow? Probably because I'm streaming. Uh, yes, I have 15 series, two of which. Oh God. 15 series, two of which I intend to make a vlog video of. Um, um, or several actually. Oh, three of them. So 15 in total. Three of them are in brackets because I plan on making a video of them. One of them is the last book in the Night and Its Moon series because I'll stop talking before I say something I can't take back. I went to read Haunting Adeline because I am not the target audience, and I think it's going to be interesting. I saw one very angry video about it, and I think I'm going to be the medium. I want to be serious about how some things are represented in there because I do know a little bit of what goes on, but I also want to make sure that it's not too intense. I just want to make it fun, but that doesn't shouldn't be on this list. It is because I just wanted to have an overview, but it's like Wheel of Time, Ready Player One, Seven Waters, which I just started. It has 7 books in total. Makes sense. Blade Runner. My God, I need explanations. I need someone to tell me what happened at the end, or just tell me if I should read the rest, and maybe it will then make sense because I am so lost. Gabriel's Inferno, because my dear Erin read it when those books came out back in 2011, and we are revisiting it together. Iron Widow, I already have the second book. I don't have the third book. I already have the second book. Witchwalker, the Witch Collector series. Belladonna, Dune. I'm not going to finish that. Winnie. He is no longer satisfied with the... Stop it. Come here. Come here. Leave her alone. She just feels better again. Yeah, maybe you just move somewhere else. June is very, very long, so, you know, it's the same. Actually, I'll put it in here under June. Discworld, so it's 16 books in this series continuation. Gamebreak Creek, if you don't know what Gamebreak Creek is, it's not important. The Shades of Magic series, which is Schwab, V.E. Schwab, if I'm not remembering wrong. The Will of the Many, I want to continue. And then lastly, I want to revisit a series that I read as a teenager, which was basically the anchor that kept me going through my teenage years. The main character of that series, I don't know, I guess it's just gonna save my life. It's about witchcraft, which a lot of books and series in the 90s were about, which is when these books were released. And I was really into witchcraft as well. That's another story. We'll get into that. The basics of witchcraft, like the rule of three, and that you should treat others as you would want to be treated yourself. A few base principles and core morals I got from that series, and I really want to revisit it and film the experience. So aside from that, and the book club books and the road trip, I don't know. I might regret my decisions. In the movie, the naked guy dies at the end. The ending is so confusing. In the movie, wait, Blade Runner is the movie with Ryan Gosling, right? Isn't that with Ryan Gosling? Because in that case, I'll just watch it. Why not? But my question is the movie, when was it? Yeah, I mean, is it the first one? I don't know. Okay, so my question is the movie with Ryan Gosling? I don't want to watch the old one. Is that the entire series? Did they pick up the entire series, or is it just about the first book? Because the first book is really short. I feel like. But if I watch the movie, it's so long. Oh my gosh, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. The cats are going insane. Stop it! Yay! No. I need to read the books first. Hello, an actual bear. Oh no, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hi, Milas. Yes, I want to see the. If I'm going to watch a movie, there better be some kind of attractive looking person in there, right? So I can, distract myself with that. I'm sorry, I'm very loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that was subpar. I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off shoulder of Orion. I've watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser gate. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain. Wait, does this sound familiar? You mean Blade Runner? Wisdom about the wonderful writing? No, I don't want Harrison Ford. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, Wait. So the one where with Ryan Gosling is the second movie. Oh no! And it's a sequel to the '82 movie as well. I don't want that. I don't want that. I think I have to finish the books though because I'm seeing something that I don't recognize at all, which doesn't have to say anything. But I feel like dang it, dang it. I'll read the books. I don't feel like they're too long. Waiting on the sunrise, reading a bit. I thought you meant that you were reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I have not yet. I've heard it's a bit of a disappointment, but what do I know? Um, are you still awake, or did you wake up before sunrise? Because if it's the first, go to sleep, get some rest. Kiefbal? Oh, Kiefbal? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please correct me. If you want me to say something else, let me know. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. The movie is based on the book, but it's not saying both interesting and at the time groundbreaking in their own right. I didn't read that yet, Wisdom. Or is that... Wait, is that the beginning? I don't know what happened. I have to admit that I did read On the Beach and the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep at the same time. And that was very unfortunate. Even though they don't really have the same... they don't really have the same subject. The writing style was a little bit too the same, and the way the men treated women was really, really the same. So I got really confused, and it took me 2 days too many to realize that I should choose one of them. And now On the Beach was a stop it. You're not being funny anymore. No, no, it's not cute. It's not cute. And if you do this, you know the problem. I cannot go outside with you when you're being a bastard, because then we learn that if you do this, you get your way. And we don't do that in this house. Stop it, Winston. No. No, don't argue with me. Get a ball so we can play fetch, but we're not gonna do that. I want to see the second one. No, I don't want to see the first one. Do I have to think about that title every time? Do androids dream of electric sheep? There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the beginning though. Like what if because apparently there's androids who don't know they're androids. They think they're human. But this guy is like a hitman, right? He's trying to get a response, and he's getting it. But I do have to keep her. I swear, I will put you in the bathroom, and I will put something underneath the door so you can't open the door, because he can't open doors these days. Stop it. She's trying to take a nap. I know, horrible. Can't you? Can't you take a nap a little bit as well? Because this is you're just taking my time and ruining everyone's stream. Come here. You want me to hold you? I was saying. Some androids don't realize they're androids. They think they're human. So the AI is so advanced at the beginning of the story that it's almost impossible to discern between androids and humans. But that it just makes it worse. So he's a hitman for androids that think they're human. Um, but I think it was written really. The pacing was so fast, and because I made the mistake to read two books that were written during the same time. I think I just need to reread the first book, but I also want to continue the entire Blade Runner series because I'm curious. It's a classic for a reason, and if all the books are not that bad, I can just I can read the first one again. You think the Harrison Ford one is still the best? The Gosling reboot is okay. It's a reboot, or is it? Wait, I am so confused because it said a sequel to the Blade Runner 1982. Oh, it got Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. Listen, we have proof here that you are being a bully, and we will make notice of this. All right? I think you just ruined your own afternoon, buddy. No, no, it's really not funny anymore. Go lie down. Good boy. Be a good boy, or no walk. I know. Yeah, no, he's being too much now. He's being too much, and that's no good. It's just that he knows that I will respond if he jumps onto stuff. We're not doing that. She's not even aware that he's moving most of the time, even though he has a bell. Orange cats are never trouble at all. Oh, Carmario, I wish I could show you how sweet he can be when I'm in pain. He's just jealous. He's just jealous, and he wants the world to revolve around him, and it's just not gonna. Do you like our owl? Oh my god, the animals, they freak me out. I mean, it's a good story. I need to read it again. And I need understanding, all right? I have an orange tabby as well. I love that his entire emotional well-being is based on whether or not I've gave to his whims in the last 15 minutes. Exactly. That's it. And mine is just so jealous of everything. So it's not really helpful, is it? But he'll get his way in a little bit. But if he does this, I can't go out on a walk with him. It's also Sunday, so there's a lot of people outside, so he has to be more careful. And if he's in a mood like this, and he does know, and he has a few days where he's being an absolute dick. I can't go on walks with him if it does it during a time where I would like to go outside with him, and we can. It's safe. Because otherwise, I'm teaching him that if he's a dick, he'll get his way, and we'll go on a walk. But alas, it is definitely a sequel and not a reboot. How long does the first one take? Like, you know what I mean. It was during a time that movies were still a reasonable length, right? No! It's 2 hours. This is 3 hours of my life. I don't have that time. What the hell? I say as I read 15 book series. Oh no! No robotics company would dare to make an Android orange cat. It would be impossible. It's impossible. They're so unpredictable. And also, in case you don't know the history with Winston, Winston goes on walks with me, and I have a leash for him. The reason I don't leave him outside on his own is because he pretends to be this warrior orange cat, but he is a scaredy cat. The scaredy cat that bullies his little sister. Stop it, you orange cat. And he can meow so adorably, but stop it. I can't take it. I get nervous. We'll do the raffle. We're going to decide what we're going to start the new year with, because today we are doing the raffle for January. Hopefully, I'll think about the weight of this raffle next year. I didn't. I if I had, I would have done something promotional, I guess, and made you aware of the fact that, listen, we're going to start the year with these books. These books are going to tell us what next year is going to be like. So, are you ready? Thank you for the follow there. Welcome in. Long movie is fine though. You can snuggle with kitties and perhaps accomplish it. I could not. I will have to make sure that I have a lot of knitting. That is the only way I can make myself sit down. I'll make like a cloak or something. I'll knit a cloak. Robotics, dev terminal, critical error. The orange cat algorithm has attacked the orange cat algorithm system restarted. So it would not be good. They said that cats would take over the world, but I'm afraid they missed a word. I think they should have said orange cats, and it's a lie that they have one brain cell. It's not. That's not true. This one is so smart. Winston, what are you doing? I see it in your walk. Come back. Oh, I'm gonna practice right. I think here's enough light finally. Thank you for dropping by and for the follow. Hope to see you soon. I think it's lazy. Well, no, the cat already does that for me. I need chocolate. All right, yes, I'll knit a cloak. There's enough time in those movies. In this jar, I have viewer submissions. These are books that you either loved or hated, or maybe it hasn't. I see you. I see you. I know there's flowers, but I see you. You're not invisible. Not that smart. You can submit your book through channel/cherrypoints. There is also a Google Sheet where you could submit your book. You can find that in the description box of the Hermit Road Trip. Well, no, every video from here on out, I think I have the submission sheet, so you can use that as well. It's over on YouTube. Basically, you can submit anything you want. There's no limit on the amount of books you can submit. And at the beginning of the previous month, we do the raffle, and I pick 2 books so that hopefully there's something in there for everyone to read. I read both of them so I can talk to you all, but basically there's no real rules aside the ones that I adhere to. And the fact that we do the raffle a month ahead. This way you can, order from an indie bookstore or try to find a secondhand copy, or just start a little bit early. That is absolutely valid as well. If it will take a little bit more time for you to read, or if you know that you're not going to have enough time in the month that we are going to actually read it and talk about it, you can always start a little bit sooner. So, what are we going to do in January? We'll see. This is one. Oh, I think I saw ox. Oh no, I think I know. If it's I'm psychic if it's no, it's not that one. Okay, but it is an ox. Oh god. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. This is so bad. I'm scared. Maybe I should stop. Maybe you should stop here. It's ox. It's a submission from ox, and with ox it can be either really sweet and thoughtful or unhinged. No, it's not unhinged. It's squeak. It's worse. It's squeak. Okay, I am saying now, if it's another Ox submission, because Ox put a lot of submissions in there, if it's, I'm gonna just chuck it back, alright? I'm not even looking at the title. If I see Ox in the name, it's Squeak. I invite you to join me next year. I'm reading Squeak. If you don't know what it's about, think Unhinged, the book, but with balloons. Second book. I know. I thought it was last night. I thought it's gonna be Get in My Swamp. We're gonna start the year with Get in My Swamp, and it's gonna be awful. Oh, it's another blue one. I'm scared. It's gonna be. If it's Ox, I swear I'm just gonna chuck it. No, it's a new one. Okay, Dopey saved the day. It's a series actually, so I can add that to my list of series. It's Vert. All right, let's see. I thought so. Let me see. Hi, Blue. How are you doing? You gave me a great idea with your submission for the Hermit Road Trip. Oh, I was confused for a second there. Um, and we have. Huh? We have just done the raffle for January. We are starting the year very hectic. It's weird. How so, Topi? How so? So, Blue, thanks to you, I realized that when it comes to the US for the Hermit Road Trip, it's probably better if we do it by state. And that was because of you, I think. Oh no. See, the children are coming out. It's Sunday. We can't go for a walk. We can't. We'll play a little bit more. I'll get the feathers. All right? Don't eat the plant. Winnie, don't eat the plant. We'll do high fives and we'll cuddle. He loves being in bed. I mean, who doesn't? But like, he is so. When I lie down, when I'm in pain or have a migraine, which is also pain, he is so sweet. It's just because I'm here and talking to anyone but him. Squeak. No, you mean, what do you mean it's a series? No, no, Squeak is not a series. It's a series. I don't think it counts. Book one. It was submitted by Oxram. It's called Squeak. Let me read you what is on Goodreads. A dedicated art student at her local community college, Poppy practically lives inside her sketchbook. Drawn to the distracted crowds at the local zoo, her planned day of anonymous figure sketching is interrupted by the charming Sebastian and his brooding, borderline rude friend, Keen. Little does she know that the two have a twisted secret that defies imagination. When is it coming in? And the pressure on both of them is increasing by the day. As an intricate plan takes shape to secure their freedom, the twists and turns they face and a pair of very intriguing knots might just unwittingly tie Poppy to both of them forever. Squeak is a menage? Balloon Animal Shifter Omegaverse novella. With artistic takes on OV designations and Omegaverse specific concepts like nodding, heats, ruts, mates. No, no, no. Ox. This is why Ox hasn't shown up in a while. I mean, this is so much worse than Get in My Swamp. Get in My Swamp would have been better. I don't want to continue reading this. I already said too much. It's polyamorous. I can't even pronounce. I guess read the trigger warnings. Like, I have already heard about this book. A lot of people have talked about this book in the recent years about this author specifically. Really, wasn't Vera Valentine from, yeah, also from Unhinged. which is the book about the person who falls in love with the door. Ah, how many pages? How many pages? Oh, no, we can survive this. We can survive this. A page and a half a day, and we should be able to survive. I will survive this. I'm pretty sure. I will be the only one. But I invite you to have some fun, because I think this is going to be one where I'm going to be laughing my face off. When I have lived, huh? My girlfriend, my cats get jealous, so he jumps between me and the camera, and she jokes she can't remember what my face looks like, but she could draw his butt from memory. I can imagine. I can imagine, Bear, because the cats, man, when they get jealous. And this one especially, he's orange. All right, Vort. I don't know how to pronounce it either. I have trouble speaking lately. Is from 93. Squeak is from a few years ago, 22. A brilliantly innovative and highly entertaining novel from a literary pioneer. Take a trip in a stranger's head. Travel rain-shot streets with a gang of hip malcontents hooked on the most powerful drug you can imagine. Yet Vert feathers... Huh? Oh, huh? Vert feathers are not for the weak? I'm not sure I understand that sentence. As the mystery game cat says, be careful, be very careful. But Scribble isn't listening. He has to find his lost love. His journey is a mission to find Curious Yellow, the ultimate, perhaps even mythical Vert feather. As the most powerful narcotic of all, Scribble must be prepared to leave his current reality behind. I'm not sure I understand. What is this about, Toby? Yes, that's the catbot. Be careful. They're not ashamed to put it in your face. Shameless. Oh no. Well, let me see. Squeak is literally, it's like 54 pages on Kindle, it says over here. I'm not buying the paperback. Look, 10, I mean, yes, I understand. The story was written and it takes time and effort, but also it's 62 pages. Why would you pay $11 for 62 pages? I'd get the Kindle, I'm sorry. But that is just way more. 62 pages? Come on. The world building is neither sci-fi or fantasy or urban fantasy. I am very curious about that one. I will get a normal copy of that. The English book, not accidentally the Spanish one. I almost ordered a Spanish book last week. Alluding to noir and surrealism alike, it was defiantly in its own defiantly its own thing, and remains so 30 years later. Urban Wonderland. What? I'll if I'm gonna order that, I'm probably gonna end up ordering the Moon Goddess book anyway. Um, I am on the Charles Dickens Christmas story journey. I finished The Christmas Carol and the Chimes, and I'm now reading The Cricket on the Hearth. You expect me to read them? Oh my gosh, that's a lot more than I have not read any of those other ones. What did you think about A Christmas Carol? I loved it. Dickens is so good. He's so witty. You do have to, double back every once in a while, because there's just a few sentences where you're just like, excuse you? What? People could um, diss each other so deliciously back then. And I think A Christmas Carol, even though I guess the base of the story seems sad, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful Christmas story, especially if you're not certain about whether you'll have someone to spend the holidays with. I know he ends up with actual family, but I think the core of A Christmas Carol is understanding that the little pleasures that you get in life are so much more important than money or status and all that stuff. Joy and happiness is in the little things in life itself. And the other one, oh my God, Once Upon a River, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And I need more. I need more. But oh no, I want to read Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because I want to read the third book in this series. I think it's 5 books in total so far, but I heard about the third book in the Daughter of the Moon Goddess series. I put it on Throne, but I don't think it's going to be on there for very long because I really I want to get going. The thing is, I wanted to add it to Throne, and I got a message from Throne that the word goddess was flagged. Just the word goddess. What the hell? And it's strange because it's not here. The book Goddess by Kelly Gardner. The title of that book is Goddess. I didn't get that message when I put that on Throne like a year ago. So I don't know what's going on, but I do not like that. Why would you flag that? I have proof. So just to get back at them, I might just buy it myself. Dickens is good. You can turn a phrase and really take a shot at social conditions. Yeah, it's magic. You can learn a lot about writing from Dickens and about life, because I feel like a lot of things haven't changed in A Christmas Carol as well. That there's just certain things that humans do that will always stay the same, and I feel like that was also visible in Once Upon a River. Once Upon a River is the other book club book that we're reading this month. It is about a town that is up against the Thames. I think it takes place in the 1800s, and it's before electricity and phones and stuff. And the children are starting to distract me. I'm sorry. You start the story in like in a tavern that is known for its storytelling, so people come to tell or listen to stories. And on on the longest night of the year, the door flies open, and a stranger stands in the doorway, barely alive, holding in his arms a dead child. This is Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. Except the child isn't dead. And not only isn't she dead, there are several corners from which the people are saying she is mine, but the child itself is not speaking. So she can't say, this is my mommy or daddy. She's just, the main point of the story, but is the child really dead? Honestly, it's such a good book. I can't wait to talk about it and spoil it because I had just scratched myself out of enthusiasm. It's real, but it's also magic, and it's how it comes together at the end. I was satisfied, and that doesn't happen a lot with books. Not that I'm unsatisfied, but most of the time I'm like, meh. But this, I was, yes, this ended the way it was supposed to end. Loved the little tidbits of learning, and the way I mean, there wasn't a lot of romance in there, but just a little sprinkling of love throughout. It was beautifully done. I loved it. So if you have the time, the other book for this month is Once Upon a River. These are the 2 books, if you want to. Yeah. I will make the prompt for January. It's going to be Vert by Jeff Noon and Squeak by Vera Valentine. I can't change it. That's it. That's what next year is gonna be. So prepare yourselves. I am going to do just that. I'm going to get my hands on copies and read a little bit of a study in drowning for the rest of the day. Hi, Chandu. I have to go though because my washer is going to be very loud in a little bit, and then I won't be able to hear myself, and it will be very annoying. Sunday and chill day. Yes, and we did the raffle. You just missed it, Chandu. I'm so sorry. I'll be back tomorrow though, and we will have our co-working stream. Just a normal. It get busy. Um, did I forget something? Let me see. I did make notes. No, that was it. That was it. Thank you so much for being here, bearing with me. If you want to be considered for the next raffle in January, you can make your submissions through channel points or find your way to my YouTube channel and look at the description box of the latest video at the very least. There should be a Google Sheet that isn't dependent on me being live. You can just go there and add your books whenever you want. Don't forget to drink water and take good care of yourself. I love you. Yeah, don't forget to be kind. And yeah, let's make sure that next year is just it's gonna be okay. All right, it can't get much worse than Squeak, I think. Hope see you soon. And yeah, let's get to it with the books next year. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Bye.